back to... Oh, it was in-game. What the heck is that? It's just wind. Welcome back to the Town of Light. The different story version. We are gonna be doing the this track down here. I don't know if there's actually a different story here, but we'll see. There are 2 chapter 12s, so I'm gonna finish the game once and then go back to chapter 11 and grab chapter 12 again. Oh, right, that's the lovely image. I keep forgetting about that. So yeah, let's get that platinum. The Town of Light is based on real events, places, and research concerning mental illness and the life of patients in lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing. The characters and names are fictitious, and any reference to people living or dead is purely coincidental. The game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institution for dramatic purposes. Please note that mental health services have radically improved around the world. If you think you may have psychological problems, please speak to a local doctor or a specialist. Well, lunatic asylums still sort of exist, so it's not like, you know, they're not a thing anymore. But yeah. Oh, hang on one moment. Sorry about this. I just got an urgent DM. Okay, we're done. Yes. Hi, Ash. Yes, it's sort of still morning for me too, because my sleep cycle is junk. Volterra, 1942, and I woke up like 2 hours ago.
What's happening?
It's 7 p.m. here, by the way.
What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Reality fades away and my skin is gone. Every breath of wind is excruciatingly painful. I have to admit, I only half remember this game. I've sort of, put it out of my mind because it's slightly traumatizing. But I do remember the event that causes the 2 different timelines, storylines. I don't exactly remember everything else about the game though. But there is, hence the content warning on the title, there is a sexual assault bathtub. Any game that has a sexual assault bathtub is, yes, questionable. I mean, the story is questionable, but it's very not false. Yes. You might not have been there for that part. So I have all the collectibles and trophies. So we're not going to be super explory today. We're gonna be somewhat explory, but not super explory. I think it's in chapter 3. But it's kind of traumatizing, the entire game, to be fair. It's very pretty though. Unity does things very well. Or was this Unreal? I forget. Yes, I have 6A and 12A and 12B, and all the collectibles.
Time. Memory.
So we're gonna... This one is Unity, right? So we're gonna play through the game once, get 6B and 12, either C or D. And then once we're done with the game, we're gonna go back to chapter 11 and get the other chapter 12 as well. I'm not gonna read that. I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is feeling a little rough. I think it's because I just woke up. Or it's because I was in a 9-hour voice chat last night. I saw Hamilton. Renee admitted 1938. I'm not sure if that's December 12. No, December 3 or March 12. But yeah. What am I doing here? I forget that too. Amara was admitted on June 15th, 1937, and died on November 8th, 1942. Hey, Brosale. Well, part of that 9-hour voice call was Hamilton. There are no actual jump scares in this game, by the way. You are completely alone in this modern day section. So it might freak you out, but there's actually not going to be anything jumping up at you. The only possible jump scares are... I forgot about the flashlight. Are cutscenes coming out of nowhere.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
Okay, well, I remember where Charlotte is. So let's go grab her. This is not, intentionally a speed run, but it might slightly become one. No, this is not where Charlotte is. This is where we put Charlotte. This is Charlotte. Hello, honey.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving.
I don't know
Nothing
if I've
bad
heard of
happened
that
to
game.
Charlotte. That surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived
Oh
in
yes, I have
constant
heard
fear
of that game.
Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved.
So this is gruesome. I remember this. We're not going to look at it
It's
much
cold.
closer
It's
than
dark.
that.
Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl.
This is it? Oh, this is just the okay, so you
Those
need the
lamps
wheelchair.
could make the room warmer. But Charlotte's not happy. She doesn't feel well.
I can't use the flashlight when I'm carrying the doll. You know, I remember actually Paper Dolls. It has a VR version.
Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't
Hang on.
shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away.
Oh, never mind. I just got a 911 push notification that there's a fire in my area. I just wanted to see how close it actually was. It's not close. If it had been close, I might have had to, you know, cancel the stream and hide on the balcony to not, you know, die. Oh.
We must find some warm lights. Let's go to the surgical ward.
That's kind of creepy, though. Yes. Yes. To quote Hamilton, dying's easy, living's harder. Hamilton is very quotable. No, but I press the X. And now that X. And now up. I wonder if the T is for terra. Like ground. Earth. Then again, Ash, is this game even on speedruns.com? Speedrun.com. I don't know if this is a game I would care enough to attempt a world record.
The cold has gone away now. You see? The light. The warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started.
She said the surgery, right? Which one's that? That's up here. Number 3. No, wait. Okay, I legit don't remember which of these I'm supposed to go to. Oh, this one's still locked. Never mind. So this is a free world record. Good to know. Oh. Okay, that might be a scary noise. I had forgotten about that. Okay, no, we're not looking at that drawing. It's not over here, is it? No, this one's still locked as well. Well, the lights are on over here now. Okay. I don't think there's a jump scare per se here, but I don't remember. Oh, but paper dolls. Did you say it was the VR version or not? For sale? I remember looking at that game. I was searching for paper beasts. And it turns out that has a demo that I might stream at some point, and maybe even the full game. But when I looked at that, I saw paper dolls, and I just remembered. I was having an argument, well, a discussion with someone about, they were talking about Altered Beast, and I was saying, well, I'm talking about Paper Beast, and Paper Beast is VR. And he's like, what do you mean, Paper Beast? Yes, it's that person you think it is, Ash.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old, and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything, even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist.
There might have been more to the conversation about games with paper in the title, but I don't remember.
She was my only hope in this hell.
Hi.
I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive.
Oh, Paper Mario, yes. And also Papers, Please. But I think there are 5 or 6 games on the PlayStation with paper in the title. Papers, Please being one of them. And Paper Beast and Paper Dolls. I haven't played it.
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Paper Mario or Papers, Please? Oh, I think I've heard of that one. Renee T. Me. Paternity unknown. Place of birth Montefoscoli. Age 17. April 4th. So she was admitted in March 1938. 10:30 a.m. Patient Renee is transferred from the temporary asylum in the observations room to the quiet ward. And now we can leave the room. And now we're back in modern day. Warning, there might be a cutscene here. Or, well, a scary doll. Hi. But there's a new Paper Mario coming on Friday. So before my stream all day Friday, I will be watching people stream that. Because it looks super cute. And I don't own a Switch. If you think I should own a Switch, just hit !donate and you'll see a donation link. I'm just being dumb. I wouldn't be able to stream from a Switch anyway. I don't have a good enough computer. And while I do have a capture card, I'm not sure. Oh, this is Mr. Sexual Assault. So I guess this is the sexual assault bathtub sequence. It's not super graphic, but just be ready for it. I know where it is, so I'm gonna just go straight there and just suffer for a little bit. Here we go. This is the sexual assault bathtub.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light.
I am not watching this. I am watching chat. There's nothing happening in chat super much right now, but I'm not watching this.
I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Yes, chat is also just... People, close your eyes. I don't know. So yes, sexual assault bathtub got her pregnant. And then they forced her to have an abortion. We're about to get to that part.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical
Aw,
examinations.
thank you, Clock.
And that gave her the strength to
for
survive.
Starting a 14th month. I like the emotes. I thought Pride emotes were done by now, but I guess it's a few more days. Is this the room? No. Which is the room? Might be that. No. Oh, okay. I'm back downstairs. I was confused. There is that noise that sounds like I'm about to enter a boss fight. The gargling again. No, this is not it. It's on the other side here. Here it is. This is the abortion room. Wait, is this not where I was supposed to go? Am I supposed to interact with something here? Aha, no, thank you. Interact. Oh!
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries. June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment for action has...
Okay, that was in the other playthrough. I don't really feel like we need to go through that again. This, however, we do need to go
March
through.
12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't.
Oh.
If they find out, there will be trouble.
Oh, this is where I need to... this is the breaking point between chapter 6A and 6B. So what am I supposed to pick here? Do not get 6A again. talks about Renee. Thank
Have
you.
you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered.
Yes. B. And then Abba.
Since I got lost in the light, I don't even know who I am anymore. Let's read it and try to understand.
What should I pick? Such a hard choice, right?
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety, psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed,
Hi,
questioning
Athena.
as if terrified.
Yes,
Disoriented.
secret options.
She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for
This
2 or
is
3
kind of a
months.
spoopy game, so
When
consider yourself
questioned, she
warned.
replies, My mother
I'm playing
wants
through
to
it
hurt
to
me.
get the trophies,
I'm always
though.
scared of her. She chases me. Why are you here? I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name. March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake.
Oh. Well, you came at just the right time because you just missed, like, 5 minutes ago, the sexual assault bathtub. Yes. So I'm wondering. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm wondering: does it only unlock 6B if you choose the exact correct things here? Like every other path is 6A. Since the guide I read is super specific about 6A and 6B. But this is the first B in ABBA. They were just hallucinations.
I didn't know what reality was. I never did. I've known many different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning.
And this is the second B in ABBA, and then 2 more A's. And we get the second trophy. You must understand what your reality was. What your reality was, yes. I still don't quite understand those.
I have no points of reference. We'll just have to keep looking.
Oh, maybe this is an A?
April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. It's not true. Renee hostile? It's all made up. They wanted to make her into something she wasn't, and then certain things would have been forgotten. Renee was the bad girl. Maybe I'm starting to understand. That's enough of reading these lies. Let's look for Amara.
She was also a sexual assault victim? I feel like that's not to be forgotten. Like, we're not investigating that closer. So that should give us 6B. Now, I don't remember where to go to talk to Amara. I do remember that they might have had sex in the showers a little later. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I choose, if I still choose, yes, I want to read my patient records, and then choose and then choose the wrong things there. Do I still get 6B? I went here. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm a little... Because if I don't want to read my chart, gives me the trophy alone. I remember that's the trophy name. Then how come there's such a specific guide for the trophy together? Because that's the trophy I'm about to get when I find Amara, or whatever the trigger is for Amara, which I also don't remember. I had no trouble with this part. I wonder if this is where I need to find the Alice in Wonderland type drawing on the wall. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna, intentionally screw this up just to see what the game devs are up to. No. 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 Irene K. admitted April 12th. That's not what I was looking for. Is this it? The doll is gone. Oh wait. Maybe this is when the garden opens. Might be. Yes. This is when the garden opened.
This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for
Hi,
her.
Lauren. You missed the
In
sexual
the
assault
grounds on that
bathtub
bench
again.
in spring. So many days. It was an escape, watching
Yes.
nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me.
Yes.
In the
They were
shower,
having
I
sex
felt
in
her
the
body
shower.
against mine for the first time.
Except...
It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away.
Okay, so...
She wasn't in the system. He wouldn't let her in. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why. Nature helped me to forget, to escape from the system.
Trophy earned together.
The scent of spring. The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
That's not the right bench. This is the right bench. No? Yes.
This was our bench. We often went to the kitchens. She sometimes went on her own when things were going well.
So this is the greenhouse, I think. There's a bunch of trophies for just wandering around and finding places. And I put them all on screen because I got them all last playthrough, except for one. And I'll actually show you what that is. So let's backtrack just a tiny little bit. So if you go up the scaffolding and walk around a little bit, up here, you see that plank that the pointer's on? If you walk out to the very tippy top of that, tippy tip, you get a trophy for walking the plank. I'm surprised I didn't think to do that when I played it the first time. Or maybe I just didn't walk far enough out to trigger the trophy. But I went back and got it immediately after the stream. But just in case you're using my playthroughs as a guide, I also have a guide for the other two trophies, the other chapter 12, and there's a thing in chapter 13 with drawings. I have those uploaded to my YouTube, but I don't know if I made them public yet.
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
I'll make sure to double check that when I make this video public. So she's not actually in it, one of these. I just don't remember what triggers the thing. There's nothing spooky in these. Maybe it's the ovens. No, these aren't ovens.
Keep looking. We mustn't give up.
Oh, it's through here. Right. Not here. Here? No?
Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly.
Oh, that looped back. This is where I wanted to go.
Adele, that little girl has been standing motionless in front of the kitchen door for hours. Poor thing, I gave her some candy. She ate it without a word and remained motionless. I don't think she's very well. We used to see her now and again, but now she's always there. I'm going. The doctor's not here. He's coming this afternoon. Try and speak to him.
No. I didn't realize that would be a skip. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Poor thing. Lost in her dreams. She was only a little girl. But nobody gave her a cuddle. They punished her instead. They said she was sick, and her dreams were troubling her. They weren't even hers anymore. I need her. But we will find her. We'll find her, won't we? When the water in the shower was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renee, under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us.
I mean, she's talking about shower sex, but she's actually not talking about shower sex. She's talking about peace of mind, but it sounds kind of weird.
Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
The way they frame it. Why would they need to do this whole loop with a pipe? That's I mean, if they just done that with a pipe, that would have saved 7 feet of pipe. And yes, I'm still going for a bad time for my first world record, because that way I can make it a better time next time. There's not going to be a next time. And now you can turn this off. No? No? What am I missing? That's what I'm missing. Right? Come on. No? Yes.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Good point, but there is still 4 foot of valve or 4 foot of pipe too much that you don't really need. You could remove that entire loop and still have it be and still have a valve on it. It went up, no, it went down all the way there and all the way back, and then the valve was here and then all the way back up. You could remove that entire little section that way. Yes. Yes. Okay, showers. Are the showers over here? I think they might be. Here, right?
Everything's ready.
Yes.
Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
Oh wait, I don't need to go all the way around there. Ooh. Yeah. Well, she's gonna flash back, and it's gonna be like the mental institute. Wait, where is the... Oh, huh. And but it's gonna be like the mental institute when it was still in use. Oh, these are the hooks, never mind. And it's gonna actually not be super spoopy, just medium spoopy. I like that marbled nail polish. I think I used to have an overcoat that did that. Top coat, not overcoat.
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
Where do I turn the water on, though? Oh, this? Yeah. Yes, a very sexy room, right? Oh, I forgot. They actually have a little bit of privacy despite being insane. Welcome to this. For your innocent eyes, Lauren.
They separated them. Renee went to the slightly agitated ward, the one that terrified everybody.
Yes, we're about to enter the electroshock therapy section.
Those injections were a torture, the just punishment for what I was doing. And what about her? Who knows where Amara was? They had taken me upstairs into the ward where no one wanted to go.
So again, there's a bunch of trophies for just wandering around here and exploring and, you know, reading notes and grabbing all kinds of things. But since I already have those, we're not doing that again right now. No? I wasn't sure if it was left or right. I picked wrong. Hi. Thank you for being
When there was
so
too much
welcoming.
chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm.
Oh right, there's something I need to do before I can trigger the electroshock. Wait, what am I? No. What am I forgetting? Rhetorical question. Why would they even... Well, you kinda need to. Oh, hi! This is the Alice in Wonderland, one of them that I was referring to. Did I go... Is there one of these that actually opens? Did I miss something in the room that was open? I must have missed something in the room that was open. Unless it's in here. Oh, no, wait. Now I remember. They did tell me. Close to make it become pitch black. There we go.
They put a straitjacket on you.
Yes. Well, I don't remember, but if this is looking familiar, then yes. Oh, okay. You remember that part, then yeah.
They suffocated you with a sheet.
Like for real. Waterboarding.
They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them.
I forgot how uncomfortable this game is.
It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte.
I'm fantastic. Everything is wonderful. Right? Oh yes. Yes, this is when she gets sexually assaulted by her mom's friend. Oh, she was actually right. Yeah.
The past was like the present. That doll, that man, the shame. Renee was increasingly divorced from reality. How will I ever find out what really happened?
I can't.
How will I ever find Amara again if I can't even find myself?
I'm gonna have a burger later. Or pizza. I do have both burgers and pizza.
Montefoscoli, November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, it is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me.
I have something to tell you later.
It will take time, but you'll see. Things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often, and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong.
La
Mom.
mamma.
This is the last letter she wrote to me. Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things.
Dear Mom, this doesn't actually matter to the story, or to the storyline, rather. This does not affect the trophies. I'm so alone. I can't see what it says, but it looks like it says potato in the middle. So there's a restaurant near me at the mall by my house. They actually have a pizza burger, but it's on the children's menu.
Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply?
You are legally too old to be a child. You only get the children's menu if you're actually a child, like legally a child. Okay. Where do I take this letter? I forget. I mean, I'm sure you could still have it, but it's on the children's menu. I think you're only a child up to like 12 in their menu. It's also dinosaur themed, so Lauren loves it. Because she's a tiny T-Rex. But what? Is this not where I'm supposed to be going? Don't remember what I'm supposed to do with the letters, and now we flail around for a little bit until I remember. Can I go over here now to the archives? I can. This is what I'm supposed to do. Ish. And this is where I ran around forever. Because I didn't look
when you
in
were
the
sent to a lunatic
perfect
asylum,
place.
You lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day. But far too many never left.
So I'm supposed to figure out the correct package to interact with. Was it on the other side? Maybe? I know I ran around like an idiot here.
There must be a file with my name
Oh,
in the filing
right.
cabinet somewhere.
And my name is Amara T. So here. No, Renee T.
Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee.
Nonsense.
This letter. It was Renee's letter. Just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen?
Yes.
I received your letter, Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me.
Well,
They all
this
look
is
the other
present
way
day.
and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee.
Nonsense. Not delivered.
Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom.
It is. It is. That's the guy that assaulted her, sexually assaulted her from the age of,
October
like,
12th,
this
1940.
big.
My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for a letter. Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you. I know you're suffering a lot, but please be strong, I beg you.
La mamma. Oh, it's actually waiting for me now? No, I don't want to skip. What are we waiting for? No, assume. So this doesn't rotate. Oh wait, it does. Oh, never mind. Only teensy tiny bits. No. What am I supposed to do here now? Because I can't turn the page anymore. And this does nothing. So the game somehow lost the trigger for whatever this is. Then yes, we'll skip.
Mom will come to fetch Renee,
Oh.
won't she? Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. The doll. Renee could have played with it while she was waiting for her to arrive, but Renee didn't have it with her. Is it one of Mom's lies? She knew that she'd hurt Renee and... No, Mommy's good. That man brought it. We've just remembered who he is, haven't we? It was Renee who was wrong. The doll's here. I know that for sure. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere.
So I just have to hit the right one here. And it'll trigger the thing. Oh, okay.
Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window.
So the doll.
You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her.
Yes, we did. So she was 15 or 16 when she was admitted to the hospital. She looks much older in that picture.
May the Lord guide your path and keep you from sin. Mom.
Don't remember if there's something else I was supposed to interact with here. Oh, I might have missed that the last time. Okay, so Charlotte's...
Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. Will she still be where we abandoned her, under the warm lights?
Not yet. Yeah. I think this is the electrotherapy session. Which makes this chapter 11.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders.
I only obeyed orders.
Charlotte has gone away. Mom will come and get us. She loves us, even though we're
obeyed
bad.
orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Yeah, they do.
Do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Even though we're bad.
Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything.
So instead of taking that door, we're looping all the way around into that room.
Even though we're bad.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
This is what I was waiting for before, for this to trigger. But I forgot a little bit. So I have a query about this. Why are there like 10 women in the waiting room and I just bypassed them all? Why would you keep them in a waiting room? Like these mentally unstable women, made even more mentally unstable by the hospital. This is a little creepy, by the way, so if you're spooked out, look away for a moment. Because we're about to get electroshocked. Yeah. Bite down on this bitch. And electrotherapy is still done today. I don't understand it. Ow. Okay, so on that desk there's a letter, and reading that decides which chapter 12 you get. But you need to exit.
What was that doctor writing, sitting at his desk?
And have that trigger. And now you can read the letter. Otherwise the letter doesn't trigger. So, are we going for 12C or 12D?
September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they?
There's actually an extra trophy here called "And What Was She Called?" And the trophy text for it is, I clicked away, "Discover the truth." But I have recorded that, and I'm gonna put that up on YouTube, so we're not gonna do that again. So, 12C or 12D? What are we picking here? I actually don't know which gives me which. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they? Yeah, they're just a figment of my imagination. Or what reality are we referring to? Or memory is what you are, whether it's real or not. Yeah, I'm just asking for votes this time. I don't remember which I guess these are the same whichever you get. Like even if you're in the topmost storyline, I guess these options are the same. Let's go with that, yeah. What reality are we referring to?
December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency.
Hey, Mr. Disagree.
Of fickle and flighty character,
How are
she
you
regularly
today?
discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Delinquency. Prostitution.
Bored?
Renee?
Well,
It
this is the
seems so
perfect
strange
game for
and
that.
real. It can't be true.
Sexual assault
And
and mental
she
health
loved us and
in
would tell us everything.
1940s
She wouldn't
Italy.
hide anything from us. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy, and my God, they succeeded. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us.
Is it Warp World work or is it work? They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy, and my God, they succeeded. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us. A, it was the only treatment they could try. B, there were so many of you. What could they do to manage that hell when there were so few of them? Or C, the ends always justify the means for those who wield power. Yeah. Let's go with this. It's like fatalistic enough.
June
Is
2nd.
fatalistic the word I want? I don't know.
After a long period of calm and improvement,
Resigned,
the
maybe.
patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. That's how the reality is concealed. It has all been planned very carefully.
So, just a side note, spontaneous abortion is code for miscarriage, but she had an actual abortion. They were kind of subtle about that, but if you read through a little closer, through all the notes, yes, she got pregnant in the sexual assault bathtub, but they're covering up that fact by claiming that she got herself pregnant by just finding a dude walking around the asylum. But yes, enough with that. That is how the reality is concealed. It has all been planned very carefully. A, perhaps it doesn't refer to Renee, at least not that Renee. B, yes, all well planned. The institution had to protect itself. Or C, why hide? I don't think we were afraid of you. You were worthless for everyone. Let's go with a sort of, I feel like, semi-1984 answer. The institution had to protect itself. Spewing the company line.
June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend.
Yes.
2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. No contact with the outside. That way nobody knew what was happening within these walls.
And no one understands her lashing out because she had to meet her sexual assault, sexual assaulter is just a term, right? Human misery was thrown in here and locked away to make the world forget about it. Or the people who were in here were no longer human beings as far as society was concerned. The important thing was to keep you quiet. Or you don't remember what happened when the letters arrived. How can you judge? God knows how much suffering they spared you. Let's go with that one. Keep you quiet.
Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living?
Hundreds of us, agitated, squeezed into the most inadequate of spaces. Staying calm was essential for our well-being. Or, what alternative was there? In any case, it was a life not worth living. Or, certainly not, but at least that way, from outside, everything seemed more acceptable. Let's go with that one. That's one of the most disgusting ones to me.
March 3rd. Alert. Correct attitude. Replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence.
She did. There's a file on her. I think I said this the last time I played it as well, but this game makes me really want to go back to House Flipper, which I didn't stream. And I really wish the DLC would arrive on PlayStation, because there are 3 DLCs. It might just be that they aren't on PlayStation Europe, but I don't think so. I think they're not on PlayStation, like, at all. No. What is it? Is it this one? No. Oh, so it is this one. No? No? No. Yeah, I'd hide a bottle of booze in the filing cabinet too if I had to work here. Oh wait, is it this one? No. But is it just being done with some trigger again? Game. Hmm? It's not something I can grab at. I've done this part multiple times because you need to read this file wherever it is to get to chapter 13. Or maybe it's different if you're on this timeline. Oh, okay. A shelf. Thank you.
These are Amara's things, I'm certain.
Ah. Thank you for checking that. That would have taken forever otherwise.
Here we are together. How could I have imagined for a single moment that she never existed?
Okay, so spoiler, if you choose the top storyline, she doesn't actually exist. Or
March 12th, 1938.
you've
The
confused
young
two
girl
people.
Renee arrived today. Poor thing, she was terrorized. You see, she remembers the first time we met.
Or
I
something.
talked to her mother, the dear lady, and she expressed her fears to me, and I promised I'd keep an eye on her daughter. The lady told me her daughter's doll had been taken away, and this worried her, because when she becomes depressed, as she is now, Renee barricades herself in her room and can't communicate. The doll becomes her voice, eyes, and ears. Dr. B said I'll soon get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sad to leave Renee. I won't be able to protect her anymore. My poor friend. She was hoping to be able to get out of here, but nobody ever leaves this place. That poor girl is really ill. I am the only one she ever speaks to. I told her I was leaving, and she stared at me, saying that I would never leave. It was quite unnerving, and then she started to cry. I felt like crying too. She didn't say anything else. What worries me is that I'm sure that terrible man is watching her. He was the one who brought her here, and of all the good people, why did it have to be him? She knew. I told her everything. She knew about that man. That's why they wanted to make her disappear from my life. But I instructed a nurse friend of mine to keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she will, because she's a good woman. Her friend the nurse, I vaguely remember. She worked on this ward.
Okay, there on the wrong page. No? No? Well, yes. Then a yes. I'm doing this good.
Amara, there she is. She existed. She really did exist. There she is, my friend.
So there's the thing. It's kind of confusing. Because Amara was both a real person and her alter ego. So Amara does exist, but she's also like, it's almost like she's got multiple personality disorder. Amara's the person that does all the bad things, and me, Renee, is the person that it's a little. Oh, okay. Follow the ding. Music box.
She worked mostly in the Marigliano pavilion. Let's get out of here and find that pavilion. Renee was alone here. Charlotte had abandoned her. And without Charlotte, Renee couldn't communicate with the outside world. Mother knew that.
I don't think we went to the... Wait, are we upstairs? We are. I don't think we went to the other wing in this sequence before. Maybe we still don't. I think that's the place that you can barely see beyond here. I think you can see it slightly through the trees. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go out this door. This is the part where I got confused, or just around when I got confused last time and didn't finish the stream in one sitting, because when you get to... Oh, this is open now. Yeah, I've never been to this section. But when you wake up at the end of chapter 12, you need to go down to the graveyard and touch 3 tombstones. Otherwise you're soft locked. At least I think you're soft locked. I didn't attempt to get soft locks. I might not have. But this part you don't do in the other timeline. Oh. So you're still... See, I saw a map somewhere on the hospital grounds in the first building, where they tell you the name of all 3 buildings, because there's, or maybe there's 4 even. So I wanted to try to get up here, but I think this might be where the end segment is, maybe? I'm not sure if this is the right path. I'm just exploring at this point. Nope. But I think, yeah, I think that's the where you have the entire end section of the game. The final 3 chapters. Oh, wait, this? Is it this? I didn't see this gate before. Oh, okay. So there should be a trophy now-ish.
She's kind to everyone, even me. I felt a little better when I saw her.
Oh.
The sick children laughed and played with her. Not even they could frighten me. Don't annoy Renee. She's a princess here. Didn't you know? She told stories. She said there was a war out there.
World
They
War
stared
II.
at me and frightened me. They would come to look for me in the evening, and then no one would have protected me. Not even you, Charlotte. Am I right?
What is this? Oh, okay, so this still takes me to... Huh. Oh, trophy earned obsession. Is that C or D? So this does take me back to the normal storyline. That's a D, okay. So you're supposed to follow this car down to the graveyard, and now these 3 remaining chapters are not on a separate timeline, I think. No, wait, 13 and 14 are, but 15 is the same for both of them. The music here, or whatever you want to call it, is kind of terrifying. Oh, never mind. We don't want to go down here. This is fenced in. So we're now walking back to where we started. We start just beyond these gates. Oh, ow. And I didn't go in, that's the house I didn't go inside in this time, but I did last time. And you can't walk through here still. You need to walk a path behind here. Stuttering? Loading? I just get anxious sometimes when that happens because I'm always expecting something to crash. So somewhere along here, I think up here or along on my left here, is a trophy for a vineyard or a lake or a vegetable garden or all three. Oh, that's the lake. So if you get close enough to this, you get a trophy for a lake. And then further along that wall, there's also a trophy for a vegetable garden and the maybe not a vineyard. Oh right, this is the graveyard, the cemetery. So you go inside here, and if you exit, I don't know if it's still like that, but the guide said that if you exit the cemetery without having read or interacted with 3 tombstones, you will get soft locked. I haven't attempted it. I'm not gonna. I'm just looking for the door right now. Here, because apparently this door locks and you can't unlock it again once you've left. No? I thought this was the same. Oh, the car. In here? Oh, hi.
There's Charlotte, my voice, my eyes, my ears, my very soul. Let's go and play together again.
And that is a coffin. Okay, this is kind of creepy. I don't necessarily remember, but a bit. So am I supposed to go back up to the house now? Oh. Why did it have to be... Oh, that's... Okay, we're not lighting the flashlight. That's even more terrifying. You're not carrying Charlotte back up to the house in the other sequence. You're walking alone, and the game transports you down to the cemetery, so you trigger just outside the cemetery doors. But the walk and the narration happens in the other sequence as well.
Be
But
offensive to others, get into trouble.
It's daytime during the other sequence for this part. So this is more terrifying.
Eyes to see desperate people. In the mirror, the shadow of my former self. Gaunt, worn out, they're killing me slowly, day after day. My ears to hear screams, deliriums, threats, and false promises.
I think the speech is very different as well, but I don't entirely remember the speech.
Right. Everything will pass. My soul, incapable of living, of fitting into a world which it finds alien.
And the narration is just wonderful, right?
It's moving further and further away from me, always further.
So this is the sequence.
Let's go and play together again.
No, the sequence 12 is... Oh, okay, no? Okay. Oh, right, there's a playground here. I love the screaming. I find that very reassuring, right? Okay, I'm not sure if this is what triggers the next sequence, but since I can rock, and I can't get up, I think I need to rock, or swing. Stop pressing that button. The laughter is super reassuring too. Oh, okay, I'm back up. I don't know why it didn't work before. Can we play in the sandbox? No? This? That's a lovely sound. Okay, maybe I just need to interact with all the things in the correct order, or just, in general.
I'd like to lose my voice. I'd like to lose my eyes. I'd like to lose my hearing.
Okay.
I'd like to lose myself forever.
Well, I didn't think... Oh, right, yes. This is the part where I stab myself. So close your eyes if you're squeamish. Or maybe I stabbed the doll in this one. But in the alternate timeline, I stabbed myself in the stomach. I stabbed the doll in the stomach. Okay. Okay. Well, that was pleasant. Oh, great, this sequence. So there's a trophy coming up in this section. I already have it, and I'm not going to try to redo it. I'm just going to mention it because I grabbed it off camera, and I have a video. I think I uploaded it on YouTube for it as well. But it further explains her childhood. Not the trophy, just this part in general. This part is the same, at least this far. Because I had to replay part of this to get the trophy, so I do remember this. Not at all terrifying, right? Right? I feel like maybe this game should have like an epilepsy warning. Okay, so these drawings on the wall.
We learn so many things at school, and so we have to attend. How would we get on if we didn't?
This sequence is timed, and there's a trophy for getting all of the drawings.
I do a lot of bad things. I don't tell anyone, but Mom knows just the same.
Yes. The first time I played this, I think I got like 12. But then I saw a guide.
I'm not like the others, Mom. Why not?
For the best path for it. But the drawings might be different. I'm not sure I recognize this exactly.
Mr. Onofrio is very kind
Oh,
and helps
never mind.
us. If he's not here, I have good reason to be afraid.
I do recognize that one. Okay, so this is back to where we started, right? No.
My baby Charlotte is so beautiful, and she's so good. But Renee isn't. A blackbird's eating my head. That's why it hurts so much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is where we started. Oh.
Don Gino knows everything. He speaks to God and he tells him lots of things. A cat goes into my mouth and eats me from inside. At least you can't see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Super Saiyan, right? I might be moving in circles now, even more than intended. I don't have the guide. I don't need the guide. I'm just, walking around because I know
Renee's kind to Donji.
you don't get them all unless you have a path. Did I go down this way? I did. This way? We'll see. I feel like I went this way. I think this is where a cat ate me. Yes. Yes, this could very much be a superliminal level. So the first time I did this, I was super stressed because I knew it was timed. And then the second time I was super stressed because I didn't know how long the time was. But now I'm like, I think I already went this way. I did.
My schoolmates, when the light's there.
And I don't know if you need to get them in a specific order or if it's just whatever order. Like if I go to where 10 is, it's not there unless I grab 9. So that's why there's a special path. I don't know. Did I go down this one? I think I did. Let's go down it again. Up. Oh. Up. Timer ran out. I fucked around for too long. Timer ran out. I wish there was some kind of marker for some of these sections.
What's happened? What is this place?
This is the same as the opening sequence,
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
I still don't understand how someone in 2016 can go back and like remember these things from someone who was there in the 1940s. Unless they're just, sorry. Unless they're just, piecing it together from the journals. It's unclear. Why did I... Good statement. So that was chapter 13. I'm pretty sure this is chapter 14, or we're already crossing into the border between 14 and 15. I feel like 14 and 15 were super quick. I love the squeaking, right? Ow, 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 I need to stretch my leg. Ow. New chapter. Oh. I'm too wide, you can see what that said.
My medical file again. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore. There's only confusion. There were some who had scarcely seen me. They thought they knew me and understood what was happening to me and could decide about my life.
You mean because it's, like, terrifying? Like a horrible story in some ways? Well, you're forgetting that I am a master at self-torture. Just look at the men I've dated. I do not make good choices all the time. But it should also be said that when I played the demo of this, and it sounded interesting, we didn't have the sexual assault bathtub. I think it stopped just before that. Either that or I just don't remember the sexual assault bathtub. But the demo was also a while back. House flipper, house flipper. Ash, could you check the US PlayStation Store for me and see if they have House Flipper? Yeah. I don't feel like it was either. Or the House Flipper DLC, I mean. Not, no? Wait, what am I? Was I not supposed to go out here? Maybe I wasn't supposed to go out. I don't entirely remember this part. I don't think the demo had the flashback, so you never really understood the severity of it, sort of. I don't have a flashlight anymore. I can't get out those windows. Did I miss something over here? This is where I started. That has bars on the window. I can't climb out that window. These also have bars, right? Oh, I'm super high up. Can't enter that. Can't crouch, so I can't enter that. Can't get past here. Okay, so yes, we are going this way. And there are no other doors or pathways here. If I was playing House Flipper, I could just shoop, get all the junk cleared. Wait, this is where I came from, right? Yeah. I know I need to find stairs or an elevator. And this just loops back into there, where I came from. Wait, can I open the other set of doors here maybe? And I just didn't notice? I can. I'm just a dummy. No DLC. Okay. So this bugged me last time, I remember. Because it doesn't tell you what the difference is between them. And you can't listen to both. And I don't remember which one I listened to. But let's go with this one.
Nobody laughs in here. I mean, really laughs. Not those crazy fools who laugh because people say they're mad. I don't know why they laugh out loud. They say I'm mad too, but I never feel like laughing. People used to laugh at me, but they were right, you know? You can't always cry and people laugh when they're afraid, don't they? It happened to you, not to me. It's better that way. They do that to show they're lucky. You mustn't take offense because it's true. And deep down, it's just like pity, if you see what I mean. But then you think about your own situation, and you laugh, because you feel lucky that everything's gonna get better, that it's all shit. It's all shit, this place. You're not trying to tell me it's not true, are you? An intelligent person, educated, not like me. And if I can see it's a load of shit, just imagine how much better you understand it. No, come on. No. I feel fine here, you know? After all, I can do and say anything I want.
Sorry, one moment. Okay, sorry. I don't know if you need to start these for things to unlock, like the next part of the story, but we're gonna. Me in 1943. He's kind of a mess.
August 28th, 1942. We hereby notify you of the death of Ada T., mother of Renee T., a patient in your institution. No known relative.
I like that too.
Onofrio P.
That's why she never got out.
Left in the world. Nobody. Solitude is very strange. It muffles everything, slows it down. It's an endless scream that makes no sound. A silent scream. I can't stop looking at myself. I will never leave this place. There is nobody up there for me. These walls have become my skin, and the wretched desperation within them is my soul without a voice. Here, nobody weeps anymore. How I would love to feel life, desperation, anger. I've stopped dreaming, daydreaming, maybe even thinking. I've lived in a reality which has corroded me and has stripped me of everything, even my ability to feel pain.
Yeah, so her mom died, and now she's fucking stuck in here. And it's about to get a little bit worse, in case you haven't seen this game before. I'm just warning you, it's about to get a little bit worse. Wait, there's something I don't exactly remember how to do this sequence either.
May 5th, 1943.
Those doors
Renee's
are
state
open.
of
Good.
health is good. She is eating and speaking. Her spatial and temporal orientation is good. Therapy suspended. December 3rd. She calmly asks if she can leave the hospital. Evaluate patient for 6 months. May 2nd, 1944. Discharge denied despite favorable psychiatric opinion. The patient has no home or means of support.
Okay, it's about to get really spoopy.
May 4th. The reasons why discharge is impossible are explained, and this is how Renee learns of her mother's death 2 years after the fact. May 5th. She tried to kill herself in the night by hanging herself with a sheet, saved by the nurses.
I did warn you. It's about to get even spookier.
Restrained to her bed, she once more tried to kill herself by suffocation. The decision has been taken to perform a transorbitary lobotomy.
Yes. Yes, they're going there. In case you ever wanted a game where you get to see your own lobotomy, you have it. I'm pushing the button now. I'm just warning you, this is images of, not super graphic, if I remember correctly. This will be a depiction of a lobotomy. New chapter. Final chapter. That's a lovely image, right? That's a chapter 15 image in the in the chapter selection. He got the Nobel Prize for lobotomy. And not everyone was like practically made brain dead. Oh, it's not done. It's not done. We're about to see it happen to us, like with the things approaching the eyes. Just making sure. We will not be redoing this section. We only need to redo chapter 11, so don't worry. This is the final time you'll need to see this. If you're watching it on YouTube or something. Feel free to skip ahead. I just want a full VOD of the full game yet again. Hi? Hi. Hello. Oh. Yes, I'm only looking at chat. I'm not looking at the stabbing things into an eye because I don't want to think about things like that in my eye sockets. So we're just holding a hand up. Oh God! I can see it through my fingers. Yeah, we're not watching this. Okay, I'm gonna take my headset out for a moment because I don't want to listen to this. I've already seen it and listened to it once. That was enough. Okay, white screen. I hope we're done. If white screen doesn't mean we're done, I'm gonna be slightly
10th of
upset.
June, 1944. Okay. Operation successful. Patient tranquil.
Well, the graphic is gone.
Motor coordination capacity reduced, but she's improving. Transferred to the tranquil department in the care of Dr. B.
I mean, that's assumed an eye, though.
Continues to talk about Amara and her doll, Charlotte. The disturbances in motor capacity show slight signs of improvement.
Yeah, what did you think would happen when you fucked up her brain?
And the nurses report that they have to help her dress, wash, and feed herself.
Unsurprising.
In the summer of 1944, Renee was transferred back into my department. Aware of little, indifferent, hardly ever spoke.
Because she's basically brain dead.
One day, she said, "When I find the courage to look at myself in the mirror, I see a young face which is aged and looks at me full of fear.
I don't think she's capable of that kind of thought. If she's
She
not
is a woman
capable of
now who has changed
moving.
profoundly compared to the girl that I had under my care several years ago. Only the sadness of her gaze and her intelligence are unchanged.
Okay, fine.
She's so young, just 23 years old, but is lacking all vitality. Perhaps her condition may improve, but probably not.
You cut out a piece of her brain.
Her life has been thrown away. And nobody did a thing to try to avoid this.
It makes me so angry. People did this for so long. Even if it was just, what did they say, like 10, 15 years? That's so long. So many people. So many people. This is not the therapy she needed. This is not the therapy anyone needs. This is not the therapy anyone should have ever had. But GG, we beat the game again. Yes. Yes. I was being slightly sarcastic there, yes. So that was a lot quicker than my first playthrough, because my first playthrough took like, I ran around for an hour confused about where I was going. And
I need a place to wear a skin so soft to dress. Let me try you wanna do it gently. Don't be scared, don't fly away, our home will soon. Beware our heartbeats fight this life together.
my first playthrough was almost 6 hours. 5 hours and 45 minutes. Because I ran around like an idiot for an hour after completing chapter 12 and fucking up the graveyard. That was almost 2 months ago. Mid-May. May 22nd through and 29th. So now we have everything in one stream, one video. And as soon as the credits are over, we're going to jump into chapter 12, and Ash is going to find how to get the final chapter 12 trophy. Just to see what the cutscene is. And what's different. It's been released in many languages. But I play everything in English. Even though some games are probably available in Swedish. Why does Neil not get a colon after his name? Yes. Yes, we'll get to that in just a little bit. when these are over. That sounds Icelandic. Solveig Stefansdóttir. I mean, it's a very beautiful game. It just has a very, very disturbing story. Yeah, sure. You're welcome. There we go. So, chapter select. We now have all the things except 12C. But I still don't understand what these things mean. But, chapter 11. It's gonna be super short, by the way. I just need to remember that I'm going to the shelf and not the archives. It starts right after the electroshock therapy, so don't worry about that. It's not gonna be, that's not gonna be in the cutscene or the start of the episode. A, B, C, A, C. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Why does black make my green screen so angry? Is it too dark or too light for that? I don't understand green screens. Oh, Ash, fun fact. I don't show up in the trophy screenshots. In case you were curious about that. It's just a game. I've been wondering that for a while, but I keep forgetting to check. But I just realized that I have checked, and I know the answer. So it just starts here. So if you go straight here.
Oh! September 7th,
I thought you couldn't interact with it. Maybe
The
that's a
patient
hint to not
frequently
leave.
indulges in
Then.
recriminations expressed in an
I was wrong.
explosive tone of voice.
It happens.
This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they?
There's another hint that Amara might not be a real person. And that's that the nurses say that she sits outside the kitchen, on a bench outside the kitchen. Well, she remembers sitting on that bench with Amara. So yeah. Okay, A. My
December
memories aren't
15th.
real.
Dr. C. Patient
I would
notes
go grab
the
water.
abnormality of her
That's-
psychic state has
we
induced
have
her
5
to lead a
minutes
life
left.
which is irregular and tends towards delinquency.
Somebody's gonna suffer.
Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Delinquency? Prostitution? Renee? It seems so strange, unreal. It can't be true. And Amara? She loved us and would tell us everything. She wouldn't hide anything from us.
So that's
Her
different.
mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical, treated with cardiazol, 2
Well, maybe it's
injections a
not.
week for 5 weeks. The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope.
This is different, right? This is a different question. So I need B here. To a certain extent, they were trying to make you feel better. You were lost souls. I don't remember that question from before, but I might just be
It was
losing my
torture.
mind.
But we had no
Appropriately
choice.
enough.
Nobody explained anything. No one tried to help us understand. We were like farm animals.
You were damned, dangerous, condemned souls who could have taken care of
June 2nd. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. That's how the reality is concealed. It has all been planned very carefully.
Perhaps it doesn't refer to Renee, at least not that Renee. That question's the same, I remember that.
June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. No contact with the outside. That way nobody knew what was happening within these walls.
You don't remember what happened when the letters arrived. How can you judge? God knows how much suffering they spared you.
March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm, she washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence.
Okay. So now we grab the package and we get the final trophy. So in the other timeline, you read a letter that's in one of these boxes. It has Amara's medical records in it, and she was transferred back and forth, and then she died.
These are Amara's things, I'm certain. March 12th, 1938. The young girl Renee arrived today. Poor thing, she was terrorized. You see, she remembers the first time we met. I talked to her mother, the dear lady, and she expressed her fears to me, and I promised I'd keep an eye on her daughter. The lady told me her daughter's doll had been taken away, and this worried her, because when she becomes depressed, as she is now, Renee barricades herself in her room and can't communicate. The doll becomes her voice, eyes, and ears. Dr. B said I'll soon get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sad to leave Renee. I won't be able to protect her anymore. My poor friend. She was hoping to be able to get out of here, but nobody ever leaves this place.
Hotel California.
That poor girl is really ill. I am the only one she ever speaks to. I told her I was leaving, and she stared at me, saying that I would never leave. It was quite unnerving, and then she started to cry. I felt like crying too. She didn't say anything else. What worries me is that I'm sure that terrible man is watching her. He was the one who brought her here, and of all the good people, why did it have to be him? She knew. I told her everything. She knew about that man. But I instructed a nurse friend of mine to keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she will, because she's a good woman. Her friend the nurse. I vaguely remember. She worked on this ward.
And the music box.
She worked mostly in the Marigliano pavilion. Let's get out of here and find that pavilion. She was there and nothing could frighten me anymore.
Let me just... Here. Here is the map of the grounds. So most of the game takes place in here. Charcot. And then you walk up to Marigliano, and then there's I don't know if it says Perry or Ferry, but that's where you get right here is where you get the lobotomy, and here over there is the graveyard. So there is an in-game map, sort of. I don't know if I showed that before, but I know I didn't show it before in this playthrough, so oh right, no wait, I do need to go out this way. No? Yes. When did the trophy pop? When I talked to the nurse? Or during that cutscene? I don't remember. After the cutscene, okay. So this path, if you are on the 6A, the top timeline, this path never unlocks. You never get to walk this way. And me being an exploration geek, I really wanted to. I ran around like an idiot trying to get up there, both on and off camera. But it just doesn't happen. I mean, mechanically it's interesting how the game, it's not a Metroidvania, but how it just locks and unlocks sections for you as you progress. So you're not able to, you know, skip parts of the story, but it doesn't feel like you're stuck ever, unless you severely fuck up like I did during the first stream. So don't go all the way down. There will be a gate here on the left. Oh, that's the car. I didn't realize that earlier, but that's the car we follow just after the cutscene. And cutscene.
She's kind to everyone, even me. I felt a little better when I saw her. The sick children laughed and played with her. Not even they could frighten me.
I didn't realize she was standing over there in the corner.
Don't annoy Renee. She's a princess here.
Now.
Didn't you know? She told stories. She said there was a war out there. But they stared at me and frightened me. They would come to look for me in the evening, and then no one would have protected me. Not even you, Charlotte. Am I right?
Still terrifying. And now? Do I need to follow the car? No. Trophy earned disassociation. And trophy earned the Town of Lights, the Platinum Trophy. So, that's it. We are done. We don't need to go through the creepy play with the doll sequence again. And on that note, thank you for hanging out again through this terrifying game. Friday we hopefully finish Shadow of the Colossus. I was about to say Shadow of Light because I'm tired. But Shadow of the Colossus, and next week we start doing throwbacks. Ash has already requested a few games he wants me to replay. I'm still waiting to see if Pro Sale and Clockwork have opinions on games they would like me to replay. I'm not sure how many games we need to replay, but I have almost 40 games installed on the PlayStation that I've streamed. And I just want to purge some of them because I've been meaning to go back to them. But we'll see. And if you have a request for a game you want me to replay, just write me on Twitter, DM me on Discord, whisper me here on Twitch, or put a note in the YouTube comments, and I will get to it. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you Friday night. My Friday night. It might not be Friday night for you, but I'll see you on Friday. Bye!